I'll just touch on it, and then I really want to hear from Milo, but I'll just say the way the elders taught it to me. You can't go into the world of such old wisdom with the same extraction attitude. And that's what happens. You don't go after something, it comes to you. And when it comes to you, it brings the teachers in the right ways that it's going to help open, and you're going to remember, and you're going to know how to walk with it. It's a big responsibility, but it comes to you. And that's been my experience through my whole walk. And it's as I've gotten to be an old lady, and I look back at some of that walk, I resisted. I didn't have any aspirations. I just wanted to be fully, authentically myself. And I think if you start there, then she will bring everything to you need. Then you're not appropriating something. You're being called, you're standing with something. But Shauna, Milo, Mindahi, Grandmother Flor de Mayo, could you add some wisdom here? Grandmother Flor de Mayo.
Absolutely. This is what the day of today is all about. It's staying in balance. And when we stay in balance, it's the safeguard of our journey. And one of the things that I saw today was the amount of healing that is being showered upon us. And we should receive that. We should say, thank you, and bless ourselves with that, with the spirit of healing, because each and every one of us have different healings that we need. For myself, I need a certain type of healing. My family here, my husband needs another type of healing. Maybe other family members need other types of healing. So we have to, allow ourselves to get into that space and receive. So I encourage everyone that is listening to take advantage of it. It's there. It's for you. You have received that. It's been given to you. This healing could be an avenue on questions that you might have had, Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hi, Abby. My name is Shauna Bluestar, and I thought I would also say a little something that the work of my father, Stephen Newcomb, for the longest time has been about. His film is called Decoding the Doctrine of Discovery, Unmasking the Domination Code. And so that's an amazing film that has been opening hearts and minds for since 2015, I think, is when it came out. And then I also have the Reverence Code Changemakers course, which I've been running since I think like 2017 now. It's hard to believe it's that long, but really that's really going deeper into this decolonization education, if you will, and really looking down into that oppression and suppression that I mentioned, and how do we get here, and and how did all of this happen, and why are we walking in this confused way with all the chaos and confusion and everything that's going on? And it is very confusing to navigate. So I feel that it's been very, like, I hear from the participants, it's been so beautiful to see the transformation of people walking through that domination code and understanding how things got started, understanding where this pattern comes from, but also so that we can be empowered and understand that we're all in this together in many ways. There's trauma for everybody. And so I like to look at it in that way, that we all have trauma, but it manifests in different forms. And but then the healing aspect is what I speak to of the reverence code. And again, talking about that time that was before in the original spirituality, that we all feel like you feel this a part of you. And so there's a natural calling. So I think there's good questions about cultural appropriation, but I also think there's good questions about authenticity and honoring what's coming to you in your own inner voice and your own inner spiritual gifts. And so that's the part that I really love to see, that transformation for people in the course, because they're able to walk in this beautiful way and honor all things in that way, in a respectful manner, but also respecting our own path. And I think that part is also important. So that's, my website is shawnabluestar.com, and I'm also offering Mystic Conversations as another coming together in community to really honor each other in our spiritual ways. So I offer that, and hopefully I just want to say blessings to your path. Thank you for walking respectfully. That's always meaningful, I think, for Native peoples, and regardless, all peoples. So thank you, Wanishi.
Thank you, Abby, for your question and for some of the wisdom that flowed to you, and may it touch many in the audience. I know that several of you have your hands raised, I know, and there were a couple still more questions coming in.